Hello, my dear friends. This is Rajesh Mahapatra. I hope all of you are doing well and happiness. In this session, I'll show you in the lab how do you deploy a web application inside that GKE cluster, and I'll show you all the steps inside the lab how do you deploy your microservices web application inside the autopilot mode cluster, and how do you expose your services so that user can access it across the globe on internet. Let's get started. Guys, in this session I am going to tell about the concept of GKE autopilot cluster. As you can see here, all the steps as I mentioned here, I'll show you in the lab so that you can easily understand it. How do you deploy a web application in GKE cluster? A web application having the multiple microservices, and how do you deploy all the microservices inside the GKE web application? Guys, as you know, in a web application having multiple microservices, I'll show you in this lab how do you deploy all the web application microservices inside the GKE cluster so that you can easily understand it. Guys, before I'll switch to the GKE console web portal, first of all we'll discuss all the steps as I mentioned here so that you can easily understand it. Guys, as you can see here, deploy a web application in the GKE cluster. As I mentioned all the steps here, same step you can follow to create a GKE cluster. After that you can deploy your application to the GKE cluster. Guys, first of all you can create a GKE autopilot cluster in the first step. Second step, you pull the code from GitHub. The GitHub link is available in the description. Verify the manifest file details. After you pull the code from GitHub, you can verify your manifest file is available in the respective folder or not. After that, guys, you can deploy an application to the GKE cluster. Then you can export to the web application so that user can access anywhere in the world on internet. After that, verify the port and deployment and service status. After that, you can copy the external IP address from the web services. Then guys, then view the application from your web browser. Like you can launch a new Chrome web browser. Then you can paste your external IP. Then automatically you can view your web application, and I'll show you all the steps inside the lab so that you can easily understand it. And similar ways, guys, you can create it. After that, guys, you can delete your application service as well as you can delete your cluster so that you can avoid to the GCP building process. I'll show you all the details in the lab, guys. Now I'll switch to the GCP console web portal page and I'll show you all the detail inside the lab so that you can easily understand it, and based on your project requirement you can implement it. Guys, as you can see here, this is the GCP console web portal. Now guys, first of all you navigate to Kubernetes engine web portal. As you can see here, this is the Kubernetes engine. Then click on here. Now as you can see here, this is the Kubernetes cluster web portal. Guys, first of all I'll create a new autopilot cluster so that, guys, as you can see here, this is the create button is available here. Now guys, just click on create button here. Then configure the name of the cluster. As you can see here, guys, the name of the cluster are deploy. This is the name of the autopilot mode cluster name. Then guys, as you can see here, I selected as region US Central 1 here. Then click on networking here section. As you can see here, I selected as default VPC and default subnet. Then rest of the field, guys, you leave as it is. If you want to add some IP address ranges, then you can configure here it. Then click on advanced setting here guys. As you can see here, all the advanced tab is available here, like automation tab, the Anthos service mesh. If you want to enable your Anthos service mesh, then you can enable here guys. Then metadata section also, if you want to add some description and labels, you can add here. But guys, in this lab session I'll escape all the remaining field, leave as it is. Then I click on review and create here guys. As you can see here, all the cluster information is available here. Then click on create cluster here and wait a couple of minutes to create the autopilot mode cluster fast. As you can see here guys, the name of the autopilot cluster as my app deploy is creating now. Guys, as you can see here, my app deploy cluster is successfully created here, and as you can see here also, there is no total vCPU and total memory consumed till now, because after we can deploy the application on the my app deploy cluster, then I'll show you how much memory total vCPU consumed for our application. You can activate your Cloud Shell. As you can see here, this is the active Cloud Shell button here. Click on active Cloud Shell button here guys, and wait a couple of seconds to start your active Cloud Shell window terminal. As you can see here guys, then click on open new window here, then back to the GCP console web portal and close the Cloud Shell here guys. Then press Ctrl L. First of all guys, I'll create a directory here, my app deploy. Then navigate to the my app deploy directory here guys. As you can see here, there is no file is available inside the my app deploy directory. The next step guys, to clone the sample application from GitHub to Cloud Shell terminal. As you can see here, this is the command guys, and this is the GitHub path, git clone https, and this is the path of the sample application. Similarly guys, just you can write the same command for your Cloud Shell active terminal window, then press enter. As you can see here, the cloning application from GitHub is successfully here. Then guys, as you can see here, the folder is bank of Anthos. In CD, navigate to that folder and verify all the manifest file. As you can see here, the pom.xml file and kubernetes manifest file is available here guys. Then if you want to verify the manifest file, then navigate to the kubernetes manifest folder, then write ls. As you can see here, all the manifest file is available here guys. Now guys, after creating your cluster successfully, then you need to get authenticate to interact with the cluster with your Cloud Shell window terminal. As you can see here guys, this is the CLI command, gcloud container cluster get credential my app deploy. The location, as already you know guys, this is the region name US Central 1 as I mentioned here, and same command just you can write and then press enter guys. Then click on authorize. As you can see here, the successfully connected with your cluster. Now guys, I can deploy the application. This is a sample application, bank of Anthos sample application to the autopilot mode cluster. Then you can execute your manifest file. First of all, just I'll execute the secret.yml file as you can see here guys. Then press enter. This is a simple command guys, as you can see here. kubectl apply -f dot means it indicates for the current directory, and this is the path and where the jwd secret.yml file is located. Similarly guys, I'll execute all the manifest file for the sample application bank of Anthos here. As you can see here, the command is like that: kubectl apply -f the kubernetes manifest. Then guys press enter and wait a couple of seconds to successfully created all the manifest file. And as you can see here, all the manifest files successfully deploy inside the autopilot cluster. Then guys, now you can inspect or view all the ports. This is a simple command guys, kubectl get ports. You can verify all the ports. Till now the container is starting. Now guys, as you can see here, guys, the couple of container is still pending state, and we'll wait a couple of seconds to successfully start all the container first. Then I'll show you. Till now guys, some of the ports are in pending state, so we'll wait once all the ports are running. Then again guys, we'll verify all the port status. As you can see here, some of the ports are still the container is creating here. Then we'll wait a couple of seconds more guys. Then as you can see here guys, all the port status are running now. Now we'll verify the service status guys. Then what command is like that: kubectl get svc, and as you can see here, all the service are available here. And as you can see here, the cluster IP and the external IP is available here. Now guys, you can copy guys, as you can see here, the name of the service frontend. You can copy the external IP from here. Then open a new web browser. Then write http:// then paste your external IP. Then press enter and wait a couple of seconds guys. As you can see here, this is the bank of Anthos web page is available here guys. Now if you want to create an account, then click on create an account here guys. If you want to sign in here, then click on sign in here. This is the sample application guys. As you can see here, all the microservices page here guys. Based on your requirement, you can click on deposit fund here, then click on send fund here. Whatever you want, just guys you do it here, because this is a test user. Then if you want to sign out here, then click on sign out here guys. And as you can see here, this is the first application web page. Now guys, I hope so you can understand how do you deploy a web application, or how do you deploy a microservices web application inside the autopilot cluster mode. And this is a simple step guys, and you can follow the similar step. Then you can deploy your web application, any sample web application inside the autopilot cluster mode. Now guys, after finish your deployment and you have verified all the application status here guys. But similarly guys, if you want to use the call command also, then call command http, then press enter. As you can see here, this is the web portal status here guys. Now guys, if you want to remove or delete your cluster here, then first of all guys, you can delete your all the service here. Then after that you can delete your cluster. And guys, as you can see here, I'll refresh here, I'll show you. Guys, as you can see here, the total vCPU and total memory consumed for this sample web application as 2.5 vCPU and the memory consumed was 4.5 GB. Now guys, I hope so. Before you have seen 0 vCPU and 0 total memory. After application deploy, automatically it reserve the memory space based on your application. And guys, now you'll navigate to the cloud sale and I'll show you how do you delete all the service here guys. Then select one service guys here, then delete. As you can see here, the service is successfully deleted here guys. Now just change the service name here. You can copy from here, then paste here, Ctrl V, then press enter. Then change your next service name is the contacts, then press enter. Then similarly guys, you can remove all the service here. Then guys, similarly you can delete all the service one by one. Because guys, if anyone service is running for your cluster, then you never delete your cluster directly from the console portal, or you can use the CLI command also, so that you can fast remove all the service from your application. As you can see here, all the services successfully deleted from here. This is the default guys service. Then you can navigate to the console web portal page here. As you can see here, then click on refresh. Then guys, select on here. Then you can delete your cluster here. The name of the cluster you can enter here, then click on delete. And guys, as you can see here, the cluster is being deleted now, and this is the status of cluster. The cluster is being deleted guys. Now I hope so you can understand how do you create a autopilot mode cluster and how do you deploy a web application inside the autopilot mode cluster. And thank you and have a great day.